So I'm just going to start up this video by saying fuck Warlock, fuck his creepy ass run, fuck his creepy ass animations, and fuck the fact that he thinks he's the mask. So the first fight in this video that I'm going to be showing you is against Sunspot, one of the new champions. I had a quick look at his nodes and they're kind of annoying. As you can see, there's a trial by fire which will place an incinerate on you every 2 seconds unless you're incinerate immune or you tend to hit him within the 2 seconds. I decided to go with Stark Enhanced Spider-Man first because I thought he might be a decent enough champion. He doesn't place debuffs or anything and he's really good at evading and he has pretty high damage output. As you can see, I got the Incinerate because I tried to go for poise charges rather than just flat out attacking him. Another annoying thing about this champion is he also has an oscillate node where he gets 300% attack due to his fury and then he'll change to an armor up. As you can see here, he did pretty insane damage first to the Starkey and now he's doing okay enough damage on my block with Red Hulk. Red Hulk and Iceman are going to be really good champions for this fight due to the fact that they can just nullify the incinerates instantly. You don't have to worry about trial by fire. What you want to be doing against Sunspot is pretty much just baiting out his specials. They're all melee, so they're all close range. They're really easy to dodge, and this is probably definitely the easier out of the two fights. Warlock is way worse than this guy. Sunspot is cool, he's got cool animations. His whole aesthetic is pretty awesome. It's nothing we've ever seen before, but is a really easy champion to beat. The whole melee stuff, it's really easy to dodge. He doesn't put out too much damage unless he has the Fury buff on him, which is quite annoying. His specials are really cool looking. It looks like he's doing capoeira, sort of a Brazilian fighting style. And I really like him and I'd really like to pull him. Probably pull him over Warlock just because I think he looks so cool. But like I said, his is the easier out of the two. He was really easy to put down, and he's not a champion you should have too much trouble with. Just make sure you bring somebody that's Incinerate immune. So as I said at the start of the video, fuck this guy. This guy's a creep. He's really annoying to fight, and I just think he's a piece of shit. Fuck him. Fuck his weird ass animations, his weird ass aesthetic. Just fuck this guy. He's immune to just about everything. Bleed, poison, cold snap, frostbite. He has armor up. You can't crit when he has armor up. He places a virus on you every time you make contact with him. You get charges, and once there's 20 charges, he places a virus on you. It stops your healing. It lowers your offensive ability accuracy, and that's just terrible all in all. Because anybody who like Medusa, who gains furies or places armor ups, is already at a huge disadvantage. He can also make you bleed. He can also place shocks on you without actually hitting you with his specials. He can place these debuffs. He can place the shock without hitting you. He can place the armor ups without hitting you. He can also power burn you on his SP3. And if he power burns you, you degen. So all in all, I think this guy is just a dick. I hate fighting him. I used like 2 or 3 revives just to beat him. Look at his creepy ass run. Tell me you see this guy and you don't think, fuck this guy instantly. I decided to go with Starkey because even though there's a masochism node, if I pulled off the SP2, I'd be able to inflict a shock, which would do pretty good damage. Although now thinking about it, you can't crit on your specials, so I guess that wasn't a great idea after all. One thing I did notice about Warlock is he actually has Wolverine's SP1 animation for his heavy attack, which is something we've never really seen before with any champions. But now you're actually going to get to see who I thought would be the top tier champion for going against Warlock, which it turns out it's not. Since he has masochism and since he removes your ability accuracy, unless you get hit the armor shatter almost instantly, there's no way you're gonna be able to just off the bat or throughout the fight keep him armor shattered. If you save up to the SP3 maybe, but I wasn't really thinking about that. I was thinking about my usual tactic of straight in, keep armor breaking, and then just throw the SP1, get the armor shatter, and just completely tear him apart because he's a robot. Now like you see here, he still has the masochism, so even when I do manage to pull off armor breaks, some of them he just instantly heals from anyway. So really, unless you know what you're doing with Medusa, unless you're really fast, like getting the armor shatters, or unless you think and just keep throwing your SP3s, which I forgot to do, then I'd advise bringing in a different champion altogether. As you can see there with SP1, I didn't take any of that, still got shocked. And then he just instantly shits on me. So I decided to take a look at his nodes again because I didn't really understand why he was instantly tearing me apart and how I managed to get the techno-organic virus. But like I said, once you make contact with him 20 times, you pretty much just get it straight away. That's taking hits from him, giving him hits, hitting him on the block. Pretty much anything that isn't a projectile will instantly give you charges. And once you hit that 20 mark, it's really annoying to deal with. So as you can see, I end up going with Red Hulk, and he is a much better choice. Yeah, so if you plan on going into this fight, I'd advise just using champions that don't place any debuffs. Just pretty much use people with high damage output. Starkey would do, Red Hulk would do, pretty much any champion would do. Captain America Infinity War would probably do the best if you have him awakened. Just keep placing them armor breaks, then hitting your Fury on your heavy attack and then hitting your SP2. That's probably the quickest way to take this guy down. Anybody who doesn't play just debuffs and that gains a lot of buffs themselves. I eventually do take him down using Red Hulk. Or I take down most of his health with Red Hulk and then just finish him off with Massacre. Just to save myself a couple of revives. But essentially just use anybody with a high enough damage output. Even Crossbones would do, because Crossbones doesn't do crits anyway, and Warlock just kind of stops you from doing crits on your special attacks unless you break his armor. So either use somebody like Crossbones, or use somebody that can armor break, or use somebody with really high damage output.
Time.